Welcome to New Game Plus. This is a retro gaming podcast where three guys spend 7 days playing one old game and then we talk about it. My name's Dustin.
My name is Kenny.
Nolan.
And this is episode 350.
350.
7 years.
7 years strong. Listen, back in 2015, Barack Obama was our president.
He was.
Water.
You're going to make me feel old.
Water was found on Mars.
Whoa, I remember that.
The Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage nationwide.
I don't remember that.
2015?
The is it blue and black or white and gold dress took the world by storm.
Worst.
That I remember.
What did you see?
I saw
A dress.
gold and white.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I've seen both, though. I can trick my brain. I'm powerful.
Blue and black. And Kenny doesn't know what we're talking about.
No, he's...
I absolutely know what you're talking about.
The Force Awakens began a new era in the Star Wars universe, and so did Jurassic World for a different universe.
We need to go back and stop events from happening.
They might be the same universe. We don't know.
The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt released, making us happy, and Fallout 4 released, making us sad.
No, I was happy at first, for sure. And after 10 minutes, I got sad. But,
Didn't take you long at all.
So much. Wait, Overwatch? Are you about to say Overwatch?
No,
That was the second year it was out.
I think that was late. Yeah.
No, that was after. That was after. 1 year after, I think.
Also, this was the time when three guys decided to spend 7 days playing one old game and then talk about it for the very first time.
And now we are professional retro gamers.
We have quitted our day jobs and
What?
We're licensed.
What is the word you're looking
We
for?
quit our day jobs and we're now licensed podcasters.
We're licensed business professionals.
Yeah, we are.
Part of that's true.
And here we are celebrating our 7-year anniversary as a retro
So
gaming
crazy.
podcast.
I feel sad, but I also feel like no, don't, come on. I'm sad because like that's a long time, and I don't know.
And what have I accomplished with my life?
Yeah. It's I need to get after it, but at the same time, it's every single Saturday has been fun because we get to hang out.
Every single Saturday, and we've gone through a global pandemic.
NGP survived COVID, predates and post dates that mess.
We made it.
We did it.
In honor of our 7-year anniversary, in celebration of, we've got a great episode planned for you today. Primarily, we're going to be receiving call-ins from you, our loyal listeners. But before we get there, I've got a game for you two, Kenny and Nolan, and
Sweet.
for those at home. And it's always a friendly competition here. I think
Love games.
Friendly.
Am I allowed to cheat?
No, you're not allowed to cheat. You have to play by normal rules. It's obscure NGP trivia.
Oh,
no.
I win.
And
Yeah,
to,
I won't know this.
well, that's on you.
I
and
was
on
there
God.
for all of it, so I should remember.
Okay. To decide who goes first, I'm going to ask you both a question. You're going to give me a number. Whoever's closest goes first, but this does not count towards your points. Whoever has the most points at the end wins. If you get the answer to your question when it's your turn wrong, the other person will have a chance to steal.
Oh wait, we're stealing. Okay.
Same rules we've always done. All right. You can give me this number in either order. It doesn't matter. This is who goes to decide who goes first. How many games did we play in year 7 of New Game Plus? What number are you going
Kenny's
with?
doing real math. I'm just going to go with my gut
Okay.
and say 38.
38. All
39.
right. And Kenny? 39.
Yeah, he's right.
Because he always does that kind
I know,
of
it's
thing.
annoying. Kenny goes first.
49 is how many games that we played because, there's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah,
we
I
didn't
know.
do a few of those, but okay. So, Kenny, you go first. All right, question number 1. Everyone knows the very first game we played on the podcast, Earthworm Jim. But can you name the second, Kenny?
Bro.
No.
Okay.
That's your
cannot.
answer?
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
I answered the question correctly.
We'll take Nolan. Would you like to steal?
I'd like to steal the question.
Okay.
I don't know.
Same question.
I don't know. I do know that it was.
No, are you cheating? You're not
No.
cheating.
No, of course
y'all
not.
can't
Okay.
cheat.
I have hands. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it was.
I just cheated.
Half-Life 2.
No.
Very close.
It was
You're
Mega
so
Man.
close.
2.
It was
No.
Half-Life. We have not played.
Oh my
You're
god!
half right.
Nice, Kenny. All right, so right now it is 0-0. However, it does go to Nolan. By the way, do neither
Annoying.
of you ever look at the Retro Master list?
I do, and I had it up. That's why it was so easy for me to cheat.
Take it down.
He
No,
said-
I
think
tabbed
he
back
pulled
out
it
of
up.
it.
No,
I
close
pulled it
the
over
tab.
once I already lost. Yeah,
All right.
I didn't cheat. I cheated after.
Moving to Nolan. Question number 2. Speaking of Earthworm Jim, we did take a vote at the end of our inaugural episode, but none of us gave it a yes or no vote. Can you give me one of our votes? Don't look at the Retro Master list.
For Earthworm Jim.
For Earthworm Jim, we all gave it a vote, but none of us gave yes or no. Can you give me what one of us gave it?
None of us gave yes or no. So what vote did we give?
That's the question.
Like instead of being like yes or no, we came up with a different voting system for that episode.
We didn't come up with anything. We didn't have a plan.
Kenny
we
doesn't
started a
understand the
podcast
question
without
either.
a plan. Give me something.
We said don't play it. I don't know what you're asking.
Okay, Kenny, do you want to steal?
Yes. We didn't say yes or no. I said no New Game Plus, and that's where it was born? I don't know. I also am confused by the question. All I remember is I didn't like the game, and I got flack for it, for being bad.
So you think me saying that we didn't say yes or no, and your answer is no?
No, my
Even
answer
though
is... No, the answer was yes or no. I said New Game minus. I gave it New Game minus.
No. And our answers that our votes at the end of the episode were as follows. Dustin gave it flying cow, Kenny gave it a maybe, and Nolan gave it a 7.
I would give it a maybe.
I don't remember any of that, and that
That's
was
real
annoying.
on brand.
It's also, I wouldn't expect you to remember, but it is on our Retro Master list. Number 3, we're going to Kenny. By the way, it's zeros across the board right now.
Easy. Easy peasy. Let's go slightly sooner than the first episode.
A few months ago, we refreshed our moderation team in Discord. Can you name all 4 of our current Discord mods?
No one can, but I can't.
Gosh, Kenny,
I could get a few, but I don't want to embarrass myself.
So you're not gonna
again.
try?
I'm going to tell
is
you
so
that the
bad.
answer to your question is no, which is right, and the way you phrased the other one, the answer was also no.
Okay, I'll steal.
I've gotten
Nolan.
2 of them right,
Nolan.
technically.
Okay. Epic Dom,
Okay,
Garlisle,
okay,
Brojim,
okay.
and Glenn.
Wrong. And we love you, Bro Jim, but he is no longer a mod. Antonin is, not Bro Jim. So we're still zeros across the board. We know and love our community. Number
This is
4.
why I didn't say anything. No
Number
one's now
4.
made an enemy for life.
I guess this game's just going to be whoever can get 1 point wins. No
Yes.
one coming to you.
All right.
On our website, ngppodcast.com, what is listed as Kenny's favorite modern game?
I don't know.
Kenny doesn't
Kenny
even
doesn't
I
know.
can't
That's
wait
why
for
I'm
this to
laughing.
go
I
to
do know.
Kenny.
do know.
That sucks then. Your favorite modern game, Kenny, that you would have put at that time
Right.
is something really stupid, and it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a single
Kenny thinks he
player
knows.
game. He doesn't know. He doesn't know.
Are there timers? There needs to be a
No,
mean,
I'm gonna take a
gotta
long
give an
time
answer.
because I'm.
No.
I know it. It's in the back of my mind. I mean, it's not League of Legends. It's not League of Legends.
It is not League of Legends.
No,
Kenny,
it's Hearthstone.
it is Hearthstone. That's 1 point for Kenny. 1 point for Kenny.
Disgusting. Because
Is that
if you
still
would have
true?
asked me mine,
No.
Would you have gotten it? No, because it wasn't PoE at the time.
Okay.
All right, Kenny, we're coming to you. We once received an email from a college professor who had a student citing New Game Plus in an essay. In order to accommodate MLA requirements, what was the professor asking us for?
Our last names.
You're giving him points.
No,
you literally. What, Kenny? What game
was
did
a
you
freebie.
put on the
This just
on the
happened.
website? Kenny, this happened 2 hours ago. You know the answer to this. Here's a point. I can't believe the collusion. This is ridiculous. On the 7 year?
On the 7 year.
You gave him points.
This is not giving Kenny points. It's just bad that you don't know more than Kenny about New
can't.
Game Plus.
He is a little shocked that I remember something that
I
happened
have been
more than a day ago.
a hair off on some difficult questions, and he gets okay.
All right, we're coming to Nolan right now.
Don't
It's
come to
Kenny in
me.
the lead, 2-0. Early in our TikTok career, we had a video go viral. It currently sits at over 5,000 comments, over 320,000 likes, and nearly 3 million views. What Elden Ring's news were we talking about in that video?
A new patch that added balanced some stuff and added new weapons.
Correct. We were talking about a new patch 1.03.
I have no idea.
Yeah, congratulations. That's 1 point. Kenny is still in the lead. Kenny, we're coming over to you. This is the final question, so if you get it, you win.
Kenny,
If
what's your favorite
not,
color?
Nolan gets it, then I've got a tiebreaker, okay?
Okay.
Kenny, our Patreon page has 5 levels of membership. The level with the most number of patrons is, of course, our $5 level, because not only is that a comfy support level, but it allows our listeners to be a part of our Patreon pools. If $5 is our most popular level of support, which level is our least popular?
That's tricky.
It is, except a few days ago, I sent both of you an update
Well,
as to how many patrons we had at each level.
He's like, yeah, but I didn't look at it.
That doesn't mean anything.
That's what that means, is I didn't look at it. That doesn't
The
mean...
lowest level of support is at $10.
That is
I hate
correct.
you.
It's our partner level
Easiest
at $10.
questions, easy like
That's not easy. It's kind of a trick question.
no, that is there are like -5 people in the $10 category. We do nothing for them. You know that. Come on.
Secret episodes.
10 years ago.
Congratulations,
this doesn't
Kenny.
count.
You are the winner.
I'll see
that
you
Nolan's
at the
gonna be
real
salty.
competition at Christmas. Okay?
Oh,
that's
when
when
Tom shows
the real one matters. This is nothing.
All right. This was just the prelude to that. Congratulations, Kenny. You are the winner. You get to... Wow. Whoa. Why do you know more about New Game Plus than Nolan?
He
'Cause
doesn't.
I'm
You
one
gave
smart
him
cookie.
you
Nolan
gave
just
him
thinks it's
a
the
question
questions.
that happened 2 hours ago. That if he didn't answer, I would call the hospital because he would have brain damage. So he didn't win because he knows more about New Game Plus. All the questions about our podcast, he was like, he guessed
All
on
right,
the
man.
last one. Come on.
All right, Mr. Half-Life 2.
That was a slip. I was right, and you know it.
Something episodes in the last year.
That counts.
Now that we've set the loving tone, the brotherly tone for the episode, let me give you a few stats from this last year of New Game Plus. Season 7,
Okay. Bring it
Marley,
on.
one of our producers, supporters, patrons, not at the $10 level, gave some stats. He loves numbers and put this together. So out of the last 52 weeks, we have played, or 50 whatever weeks, we have played 49 games, but only voted on 44 of them. So out of the 44 games that we voted on, remember, some are director episodes, we don't necessarily vote on those, some are whatever. 44 games that we played and submitted votes on. None of them were flying cow maybe or sevens. We either gave yes or no. 26 of them received NGP status. So that's 59%.
Okay.
Wow.
That's higher
more than I
than
would have
last
thought.
time.
It is, Nolan. It is, which gives
Do I
you
get
a
a point?
And you're still losing. 52% was last year. 59% is this year. So we are up.
We're up on the good games.
16 received a yes from all three of us, which is also up. We only had 14 in full agreement last year.
Yeah. Okay. I do feel like there are a lot of games that came through. We all were like, yeah, you have to.
Out of the three of us, who do you think, which two of us agreed the most on our votes?
I'm going to say me and Dustin.
Kenny, what are you going to say?
I'm going to say you two. No.
The band?
No, I mean, you know what that means.
And I'm going to say the correct one, which is Dustin and Kenny. They agreed
Dang
on...
it, I almost said that.
They agreed on 20 games, whereas Nolan and Kenny agreed on 19, and Dustin and Nolan agreed on 19.
Okay.
So I mean,
we're still very...
We're way... Yeah.
We're up.
Yeah, we're neck and neck.
Nick and Nick. 6 games we played in the wonderful summer pool party. 6 pool party games. That includes the hot tub after party. 4 received NGP status, and only 2 by all of us.
In the pool party?
In the pool party.
That was the bad pool party. That was the one that was a disaster.
That was the one you didn't. You had some things to say about.
Yes.
Nolan peed in the pool.
Yeah, for revenge for all those games that they were submitting.
Our 2 primary genres were action adventure and RPG at 10 games each.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's different from the year before. The year before, I believe it was platformers. We played primarily platformers.
Those are the big 3, right?
We did not play a lot of platformers this year.
Yeah.
And the top console is PC.
Really?
Sweet.
With a close second being Genesis. I also didn't believe that, Nolan.
No.
On the
crazy.
PC front. I went and looked back at the Retro Master list, and I believe it's because as we play newer games, a lot of them are released both on home console and on PC. And so both of those are included in our statistical
But
alignment.
the fact that NES or SNES didn't come in second, that's crazy.
So last year, it looks like NES was our most played console. This year, PC with Genesis a few behind that.
Interesting year.
So very cool stats. Thank you
Yeah,
for an incredible year, and thank you, Marlene, for putting that together. For now, we are going to get ready because we are going to get to the meat of this show, and we're going to listen to multiple call-ins. Not only listen, but interact with. We have so many people waiting right now to be brought in live to talk with us for a few minutes, give their pitch, and then us submit that game to the randomizer. Now, one of you can share. Not everybody's going to get treated fairly and equally here.
No, but it is up to them.
Yes,
not
us.
Based on the presentations that we hear for your pitch, if it's an extraordinary pitch, we will put it in more. If it is a okay pitch, we'll put it in a little less. And if you showed up, then we'll put it in. So you had to come prepared with PowerPoint, no stuttering, no uhs. I'm just kidding. But that is how we're going to be judging the pitches.
And by put it in, he doesn't mean a weird box or an empty thing. At the end of the episode, we will randomly pick which game we're playing next, like we do, because that's our shtick. And the put it in is the amount of weight you will get for your votes. So you're increasing the odds that your game gets selected for us to play next week.
We're super excited. Let's take our first call. Hello?
Glenn.
Welcome.
Wow.
Surprise!
That was so sudden.
Yeah. That's how it be sometimes, especially on the anniversary app.
Yeah. Am I the first one? I didn't see anyone dip out.
You are. This is the first, and we're so thankful for you jumping in and sharing. So tell us before we let you pitch your favorite NGP.
Speed it up, Kenny. We got
game.
100 people to get through.
Oh my gosh, Kenny.
I gotta be faster. You can be faster for me. Favorite game that NGP has played on the podcast all time.
That is a big one. I gotta go with Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh,
Great choice, Dustin
good
Melton.
Such a good one.
answer.
That game.
So good.
I need to play the remake again, but that
Watching Dustin play it was so fun.
That was
playing it was fun too.
That was the best week.
Yeah, it was
I'm
great.
very glad That got picked because I submitted that one to the list, and then I got picked shortly after.
Even
I was
better.
very,
That
very
even better.
pleased.
Even better.
I'm totally.
All right, so
I'm turning the spotlight on Glenn now. It's pitch time.
It's time!
yeah, tell us.
Okay, what do you give to the guys who have played retro games for 7 years every week? Something retro? Something unique?
If you're asking us, yes. Both.
Either.
Space Harrier, an arcade game, shooter, face front, not side to side, not vertical, not horizontal. I think you guys will like it. The
Space Harrier.
yes, and it has the best soundtrack you'll ever hear.
Okay.
Ooh,
Hey, that
no one
that's a
likes
selling
big
point.
talk there. I will hold you to that. Sounds interesting. So when you say forward, you mean like Star Fox style, like rail shooter?
Very much like Star Fox, yes.
Cool. Okay, got it.
Boo.
Dustin's a hater.
No, that got
No,
that
he
got me
doesn't.
hyped. Yeah,
Yeah, me too.
I love Star
So
Fox.
so if this gets picked, you're playing on your custom built arcade cabinet.
Oh yeah, all week. All week long.
Of course, of course.
Happy 7
Well-
years, you guys.
Oh,
Thank you
thanks,
so
Glenn.
much.
Appreciate
best.
all you do for the community. Hey, Jay.
What's up?
Hey,
Welcome
Jay.
to the show.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Great to hear from you.
Hey.
Jay, what was your first episode of NGP?
My first episode of NGP, I think it was the Mega Man Zero episode.
Mega Man Zero. I
Nice.
remember
We
it
played
fondly.
And that
yes.
was literally the week, I heard it literally the week before you did the first, last year's anniversary episode.
Yeah, I kind of remember
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely. Okay, well, this is round 2 for you then. What game are you pitching today?
What game I'm pitching today, I remember hearing that one of you guys wanted to play Ace Attorney, and it was a perfect opportunity to just go back to one of my favorite games of all time.
Okay.
And played the
So
game
we're-
for like the 7th time.
The
It's-
original?
it's-
Yes.
So is this Nintendo DS, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Good. Good. I've heard comparisons to the other game that we play. All I can think is Phoenix Wright right now, but that's Ace Attorney. To
Yeah, the puzzle-
Professor Layton was inspired
Yes.
by Ace Attorney.
Yeah, Professor Layton.
There is
That.
also a crossover,
Yes.
opus that was.
And it's very expensive
Oh,
at my
sadly,
shop. I saw it.
I honestly regret losing my copy, but
oh no.
yeah.
Yeah,
Ouch.
that's worth something. Okay, Ace Attorney 1.
Yes.
Well,
so
we will get it added to the list.
yes, so I think I need to push forward for some information. The banger soundtrack.
Please do.
Banger soundtrack. Very very nice pixel art. The story, the writing is actually really really good. It is also what inspired Professor Layton. So please give me some extra points because by knowing this.
I will.
Honestly, the characters are probably just as nice to interact with as much as you can. It is quite limited in the interaction, but characters are very what's the word? Not attracting.
Sexy?
It
Endearing.
might be.
You got a lot of
Endearing.
endearing
There it
characters.
is.
You got a lot of
Right.
endearing characters. Zany characters. Honestly, just there's a pretty good reason why this franchise became legendary.
Love it.
Well, sounds like
Well,
a lot of fun.
Crossing my fingers. Thanks, Jay, for coming on the show.
Yes.
Thanks, Jay. Bye.
Later.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Joey!
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show. Okay. Did you do this last year for our 6-year anniversary?
I did.
And what game did you submit?
I submitted Fable.
Oh, Fable. I've heard you
Okay.
maybe talk about Fable before. You've put it in every one of our Patreon pools, producer pools, summer pool party, and trying to get everybody to do it. I wonder if that's going to be your game submission this year.
Coursing is a big part of it.
Okay. What is your pitch?
My pitch is that here's the thing: people are wowed by stories, not facts. So a little story about this game for me being actually Fable 2, which is that, long story short, freshman year of college, I am now out of the gaming scene and not really into it as much, but I drop a friend off on a trip. and I said, "Hey, can I borrow your Xbox 360? I'd love to play some Call of Duty." That is not the game, but in the midst of doing that on my way home, thought it'd be a great idea to go 25 miles an hour over the speed limit, and got pulled over, reamed by the police officer as expected, get a ticket, my first ticket, and I'm freaking out. So I go home, and to supplement for my misery of now paying a $365 ticket, I play Fable
Ooh.
2, and I play it for literally 8 a.m. one day into 2 days later, fully all the way through. And so my point in all of this is not to stir up past emotions, but to say I played Fable 2, and now I want to play Fable 1 to actually know where the story started, how it began, and start from there.
Oh, so you haven't actually played Fable 1 yourself?
No, I've only played Fable 2.
That does
that's
make this
perfect
interesting.
then.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like the reasoning here, Joey. I like it.
Is the plan, if we pick Fable 1, to commit a felony and then to play it straight through in one sitting?
Nice.
Well, no,
Yeah,
because
simulate.
it could have been a misdemeanor, but it did get reduced quite a bit.
Okay.
But
Nice.
that was good news.
Well, I loved Fable back in the day. It would be super interesting to see if it holds up to today's standards. I don't want it to be one of those that I come back to and it's not what I thought it was.
I don't think it would.
I think it's a classic.
I think it's probably a
good.
classic, so that's a good submission.
It's a great
Joey.
suggestion.
Here's the thing.
Yeah, thanks so
I'm
much.
feeling it from you guys. I'm feeling it from people in the chat. I'm just saying, if you got to do it, make it happen.
Well, oh no, we're
Well,
not
we gotta-
cheating. It's the
The
randomizer.
randomizer will
We
speak
gotta-
for us.
Yeah, we got our fingers crossed, but appreciate the
here's-
submission.
Here's to Fable and here's not to felonies.
Yeah, drive safe, Joey.
Yeah, drive safe,
Yeah,
everyone.
thanks, guys.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's
Doing
Michael.
great. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. Thanks for the opportunity to do this again.
Of course.
Of course. Thanks so much for jumping in. We just want to start by asking one question.
Yes.
Will you share with our listeners one outcome from the show that you disagree with?
Trauma.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He's like,
Outcome.
"That's easy."
I'm not entirely sure because Star Fox 64 got New Game Plus, but I think Dustin didn't voted against it, which made me very sad.
Correct. Same.
Well,
Okay,
hey,
that's fair.
Michael, I can tell you one thing. Don't you, or I don't know if you still do, but weren't you speedrunning Pokemon Stadium for a while?
Yeah, I actually picked it back up yesterday.
You know that did not get our vote for New Game Plus status.
Oh,
I wasn't there to defend it. I'm sorry.
No,
I
that's
wasn't there.
okay. I understand that. I'm
Okay.
not personally
I
offended
don't.
by that. It's fun. It's really fun to speed run, but it's kind of a interesting game to play for a week like that. I get it.
Fair
Well,
enough.
the fate of next week might be in your hands. The floor is yours. What game would you like to suggest that we play to celebrate 7 years?
For the second year in a row, I'm presenting Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. I've got 10 points I'm going to try and present in 30 seconds. Number one, this second time presenting it, so I'm determined I should get points for persistence. Number two,
Okay.
you haven't played a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game yet, so don't you want to experience the heart of the cards? It's a big franchise. You should do that. Number three, this game isn't guaranteed to get NGP, so it's a more interesting episode, aka it's got a lot of problems. Number four, I will serve as your personal guide for the week, parentheses, you'll need it. Number five, if the game doesn't get picked, you're going to force my hand in becoming a director, which wouldn't be good for my wallet, parentheses, be my friend. Number six, beating this game is one of my greatest accomplishments, parentheses, don't you want to feel accomplished? Number seven, it will be an episode that you can play face down in mode. Yu-Gi-Oh! Reference, interpret how you will. Number 8, I want you to suffer. Number 9, this game came out before the Egyptian god cards were created. # idolatry. Number 10, it would be a great way to honor the life of Kazuki Takahashi, the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh!, who passed away back in June. The end.
Wow. That was a speed run there.
Nailed it.
Speedrun pitch
Good
and
job.
love all 10 of those except the one about me suffering, but
No, that's good. They like that.
I know very little about Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm ready to be educated.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wonderful pitch. We can't wait to find out if it's got a shot this week.
Yeah, thank
Thanks,
y'all so
Michael.
much. Congrats on 7 years.
Of course.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Welcome, Space Boy. You're muted. Unmute, and pitch your
Unmute,
game,
unmute.
Space Boy. Hey,
Hey.
Space Boy, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Michigan.
Michigan.
on.
I have a friend that's obsessed with Michigan. He's from
Space?
there. It's all he talks about.
Could have said space.
You're right.
Okay,
missed
Space
opportunity
Boy.
there, Yes.
Bless you, Kenny. What game are you pitching for us today?
All right, this game is perfect for the Halloween season. I mean, it has all the famous monsters: the Mummy, Frankenstein,
I'm logging in.
skeleton zombies, Dracula. It's one of the best games in one of the best franchises, and the game is Castlevania: Rondo of Blood. It's
Yes, I'm in.
super fun action platformer, amazing soundtrack. It's that turning point in which you can tell that series goes to that Metroidvania style that we see in the sequel, Symphony of the Night. So it's a combination of action platformer and elements of that. It's an accessible game, although it was unreleased in North America. It's when it came out, it is now available in multiple platforms, and it's translated too. So it's going to be really fun to play that with the community.
Is the sequence at the beginning of Symphony of the Night where you fight Dracula from Rondo of Blood?
Right, so that's pretty much like
Okay.
the segue into it. So yeah, it's
Dustin's on board. Yeah.
But also, spoiler, like I already
That's
know
a-
the end.
No, what Symphony of the Night tells you.
I
Like,
know,
so
that's
you
what
already
I'm
know-
saying. I already
Okay.
know the end of Rondo.
All right, Rondo of Blood. Thanks for that pitch, Space Cowboy.
Thanks,
Cowboy?
guys.
What?
Space
You're now Space
Cowboy.
Cowboy.
I'll take it.
All right,
Oh, man.
Rondo on D's. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
It's hot tamales, and I get it finally.
Hey.
Welcome.
Play on words. Hot tamales. If I'm not mistaken, you're relatively new to the NGP community. What was your first episode of New Game Plus?
My first episode of New Game Plus was the StarCraft episode. I was looking for the StarCraft soundtrack on Spotify, and I'd never listened to podcasts before, but was like, what's this? And I listened to it and was like, wow, Kenny's favorite game is StarCraft. That's cool. And then I heard Nolan's favorite game is Ocarina of Time. That's super cool. And I heard Dustin's favorite game is Final Fantasy VII. Where have these guys been all my life?
Nice.
That's
Spotify has done that for us so
Spotify.
many times. People looking for soundtracks. Anyways,
Okay, love it. And although that's one of our older episodes, I think in the
Oh.
60s, you recently found it. Is that correct?
Yeah, about a month ago.
About a month ago.
Cool.
Awesome. Very recent. Cool. Well, Hot Tamales, it's your turn. Make your pitch. What game would you like us to play for episode 351?
The game I would like you guys to play is from the Sega Genesis. It was released in 1993, so that's almost 30 years old. And that game is Sonic Spinball. I'm suggesting
no.
Sonic Spinball because it's very accessible. You can get it on the Sega's collection for Switch. It's available on Steam. And you can even play it for free in your internet browser, archive.org. I also know that you could probably beat it within a week. There's only 4 main stages and then 3 mini stages in between, which is a total of 7. And I also really like the sound track and stuff like that in it. It's also available on vinyl, believe it or not.
that's so weird.
Wow.
Okay, nice.
Now I'm guessing by the name it's a pinball game.
Yeah, so in Sonic Spinball, you're still playing as Sonic, but you are going through a pinball machine. And unlike in the Pokemon pinball episode, there's no screen flipping or anything like
Oh my
that.
gosh.
You're just watching Sonic go around,
Yeah.
and you want to hit targets to like prevent you from going down into the bottom, so you get a ball return. You then also go throughout the level to collect the Chaos Emeralds, and once you collect all of them, you can face the boss, and it's that classic Sonic style of knock out a level, maybe do a little bonus stage in between to get extra lives, and then on to the next one.
It's been on my list for a
Nice.
long time. Be cool to play it.
Thank you for your pitch.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me, you guys.
Bye, Hot Tamales.
Quinn, thanks for joining us as we celebrate 7 years.
Welcome.
We appreciate it. Tell us one fond memory you have of listening to New Game Plus.
Ooh, so my first episode was the Earthbound one because I just finished Earthbound and I was super into it at the time, and I was mad that some of you didn't like it. But I got
That's
I
not
don't
too
rem-
fond.
I don't
I
remember
got,
that.
I got
It's so long
NGP
ago.
plus in the end, so that's okay.
Okay.
Okay,
That-
good. So
That
all
was a
things
long
were
time
right.
ago.
It was.
Maybe a game we need to come back and revisit, honestly,
Maybe.
because I remember having I was like, it's not like emotional enough. It's not like I wanted gritty
You
because
wanted
Final
an emo
Fantasy VII
protagonist.
right? Exactly, with spiky hair. You know.
Well, I'm sorry that one was contentious for you, but you've got a chance to convince us to play a different game this week. What game and why?
All right, so I assure you, off the bat, this is guaranteed New Game Plus. So I'm pitching a game
Okay.
called Star Wars Jar Jar's Journey Adventure Book. So this game was released in 1999 by Lucas Learning and includes 6 mini games. I assure you, they're like state of the art. Graphics are
But sure.
amazing.
You're fired.
You're being
Way too
Fired.
bold for a Jar Jar Binks game.
How was it hired in the first place? Okay, anyway.
This is a Jar Jar Binks coloring book or adventure book
Yeah.
game.
Stop acting
Don't
calm.
stop acting like this is normal.
It is. No, okay.
This
Well,
is
anyway,
so
I'm pitching
funny.
it because it was one of the first video games I remember playing, and it's really special to me.
Oh no.
And you didn't give episode 1 Racer
trolling.
New Game Plus, so maybe you'll give the second episode 1 game New Game Plus. Never know.
The second episode of one game featuring Jar Jar Binks.
I love it.
Oh. Okay.
And it's a learning game for 4 and up. It's another
I
literal
love
kids
learning
Yep.
games though.
game.
I love a learning game. I do.
Well,
Misa love a learning game.
Misa
TBH.
love-
Quinn, thank you so much for that pitch.
Thanks for your suggestion.
Thanks for having me.
I guess. Super gamer guy, super for short. Welcome to the 7-year anniversary episode.
Hey guys, happy to be here.
Okay, I have a question for you. Well, I think I know the answer though, because I know you. What is one episode of NGP that you disagree with the outcome?
Well, probably the most contended one is Ray Force, definitely for me.
Which one?
The
Ray
Ray Force
Force.
episode. No, I'm just kidding. It's Mega Man.
Oh, Ray Force. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that one was drama.
That was the only one. I only gave that my vote, and you two didn't because you're bad at space.
That's okay. Super. Today, we want to know what game you're pitching to us.
I am pitching to you all the cult classic Metroidvania Cave Story.
Yes, please.
We've
Keep going.
tried for a few
Say more.
like a full year now. All right, tell us more.
Well, I'm sure you already know about its reputation. Like it has great gameplay, level design, music, all that. So I don't feel like I need to reiterate that. But I wanted to highlight its most important parts to me. Like for Destin specifically, it has some really good NPC interaction. It does a great job creating story in its platforming. I think it's an amnesiac robot who rediscovers his past throughout the game. So I think that's pretty cool. But more importantly, it's one of the first indie games ever made. It influences,
Yes.
thousands upon thousands of games today. And it was created.
Yeah, that is huge.
It was created by one guy for Microsoft Windows in 2004, and it's been ported.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been ported to everything. I think the PSP, the Xbox, the Dreamcast, the Sega Genesis, and even a TI graphing calculator.
I want them
That's
to
what I'm
play
playing
it
it on.
so bad. I want them to play it so bad because I think, yes, the game and everything's so good. I think they would be completely overwhelmed by the history of the game, and like they just wouldn't be able to believe it that it's is what it is. So
My favorite
that's
part,
a great choice.
Yeah, my favorite part about it though is it's free.
Yeah, it keeps
It's
getting
nice.
better. It's like such a good.
Yeah, awesome.
It's free even on Nintendo Switch. It's not like $60.
Well, yeah, maybe some official ports are not free, but the original version and a lot of those fan ports
You just
are
download
really
it.
free. Yeah.
Yeah.
No issues there.
Awesome. Well,
That was a great
Thanks
pitch,
for your
Super.
pitch.
Thanks.
Thank
it's Caden
It's
again.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
I can. Yes, we
can.
can hear you. We can hear you loud and proud, Caden. What brought you to New Game Plus in the first place?
So I was scrolling around on Spotify one time, and I looked up Nintendo, and I found the Donkey Kong 64 episode,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I've been ever
Awesome.
since. So it was like 2019.
Speaking of
Nice.
Nintendo, guys, I think like just within the last couple of weeks, he released a game.
What?
What do you mean?
He
So
worked
cool.
with he worked with developers on his first game and released it. I saw it in our news chat channel. I haven't looked much into it, but yeah.
Very cool.
So,
Nice.
and I think for the Nintendo 64, like,
Oh,
I think it's
interesting.
worth us looking into.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Caden, that's not the game you're submitting. What game are you submitting for episode 351?
I'm submitting Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes. Tell us more.
So I actually typed up a script for this one, and I'm just going
Okay.
to read the script. So it says,
Perfect.
"Hi guys, I typed up a script for this one."
Okay. Is that it?
No. The game
Okay.
I've chosen to pitch to you is Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. And there are a few reasons I chose this game. Founding the simple fact that it's amazing. It's a true classic and it revolutionized the gaming industry with a killer soundtrack, outstanding graphics, and enticing gameplay, as well as introducing everyone's favorite echidna warrior, Knuckles. It's a traditional Sonic platformer where the aim is to go as fast as possible from left to right, destroying Eggman's robots and collecting those beautiful gold rings. The graphics are some of the best on the Genesis, with extraordinary backdrops and great level design. Its cutscenes display drama, betrayal, a good triumph over evil. And did I mention that part of the soundtrack is composed by Michael Jackson? That's all I have to say about it for now, and I hope you like my
Wow.
pitch. Thank you guys for 7 years of amazing content, and I look forward to 7 more.
Dustin didn't know that.
Lovely script. We've already played Michael Jackson's game, and so I guess this is a sequel to Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
In a way, but not quite.
Lovely pitch. Thank you for writing out a script and
Yeah, it
for
was great.
presenting it to us, and thank you for listening to New Game Plus.
Thank you guys.
Peace, Caden.
Bye.
Arthur, welcome to the year 7 anniversary episode. There we go. I was going to say your mic was muted. Thanks for joining us. Tell us your favorite game that you've played with New Game Plus.
Okay, but before you answer, I know that Arthur doesn't play video games much. He just listens to us, so maybe he's never played
That's
one.
a fair answer.
Yeah, I just haven't been an active gamer for a while or so, but I've always been listening to the episodes, and I think like Iron Hunter was the
Arthur.
first episode, or something around that
Oh.
time.
Okay.
But
All
And
right,
Arthur has a podcast of his own, and he reads some books that we like, or really that I like, because neither of you read
I
books
read.
anymore.
I read.
Okay.
I
Quit
read.
putting me on blast in fair ways. I love that. I'll have to check it out. Arthur, thanks so much. Why don't I give you the floor and give you an opportunity to convince us what game we should play next week?
All right, well, my game is gonna be Super Mario Sunshine. It's been a long time favorite of mine. I do think it holds up, like, it was held up pretty well. What with controls, and granted, they can be kind of wonky at times, like even with the camera. But overall, I think it's a pretty great game. Even like with the world design, like Peanut Park and Gelato Beach, and even like Flood, just like how creative of a mechanic that was. I think probably one of the more creative mechanics in video games overall. And I just have a lot of love for this, like just a lot of nostalgia for the game as well, which I also think is pretty important, So
I love Sunshine.
I like
If it gets selected, will you play it with us?
I won't be able to, unfortunately. Again, just
Arthur.
It's okay. We'll play enough for all of us. Dustin, you've never played that, right? And Kenny.
Oh,
y'all don't play
no.
Mario. Okay,
Yeah.
that would be sick to have y'all experience Sunshine. So good submission. Arthur.
I know Nolan's a big fan, and Dustin and I need to learn what it's all about. So
Yeah.
I'll be
It's great.
rooting. I'll be rooting for your game. And thanks so much for the suggestion and for hopping on and sharing a game we got to play.
And thanks for letting me
We
hop
appreciate it.
on.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Spray
Peace
you
out.
later.
Super Ninjago, welcome to New Game Plus. How
I'm
are you?
excited about this.
Hello.
Super Ninjago, I have a question for you up front before you pitch your game. What's your favorite game of all time?
I would probably have to say God. I have multiple, I can't say.
That's fine.
Well, throw
Kenny
two or
has the
three at
same
us.
problem.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do
Kenny,
the same thing. I freeze
don't
every
try to
time.
nail someone down on an answer.
That's okay. I won't make you pick now, but I do want to hear the game that you would like us to play for episode 351.
I would like for you guys to play Minish Cap.
On Game Boy Advance?
Yes,
Amazing. Why do you want us to play that one?
because I've played a lot of Zelda games and I really like Zelda, and it would be really cool to see you guys play Minish Cap.
I agree. Dustin is always amazed at the Game Boy Advance, and that's a Zelda title that I think he would really, really like. So
I believe you submitted a Zelda title last year on this kind of episode, didn't you, Super Ninjago?
Yes, I did.
Was it Majora's Mask? What was it?
Majora's Mask.
Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
And we haven't gotten to that one either. We've got to step up our game.
We haven't. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you calling in for the second year in a row. You're the best.
Yeah, thanks for the support.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Brunt, welcome to the show.
Hello. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hey, we're so glad you're here. We just got to talk to someone that you might know, a Super Ninjago.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Well, let's see if your pitch can be as good as your son's.
Probably not. Probably can't top his, but I'm going to piggyback on top of it since I have been fortunate to have a couple of my games picked already. So I figured I'd support somebody else. So I'm also going to choose Minish Cap. Big part of that, too, is because I've played through most of Minish Cap, and I cannot freaking beat the final boss.
Interesting.
Well, part of it is because we moved, didn't have internet for a while, so I was just playing on my SNES Classic. You can actually mod it and load ROMs onto it.
Interesting. Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. Illegal.
Yeah. But yeah, so I played it, and then it just kind of life happened, and had to drop off for a little bit, and came back, and I was on the final stage, and I was like, oh my gosh, how do I use all this again? What do I do here? And so yeah.
If it gets selected, would you start it over, or would you pick it up at the final boss and try to beat it over?
I'd probably start over. Just for the sake of the
Good answer.
podcast,
Yeah.
And just actually play through a true playing of it.
Well, because this is the first caller that is doubling up on another game
And
that
it's
another
a
caller
Zelda title, baby.
has submitted. So there's currently more chances that your game will be selected than any other in the randomizer thus far.
My plan.
My plan is
Thanks for
unfolding.
joining us, Brunt. We appreciate you. Thank you for your support, and thanks for bringing the whole family into New Game Plus.
Absolutely. We'll get my daughter in next year.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure.
Perfect.
She's
See you
like
later,
2
Brunt.
years old. Bye.
Caleb, welcome to New Game Plus. Thanks for joining us for our anniversary episode. Tell us an episode of the podcast that you're especially fond of.
Oh man, probably Ocarina of Time.
Classic. Best of all time.
Good choice.
I'm a huge Zelda fan, so yeah, that one was. I was really excited about that one.
Quick question. Did I play that entire game around that episode time, or was that completely disconnected? Does anyone remember?
You started a playthrough like years and years before, dropped it, and returned to the game, and I watched you beat the whole thing.
Yes, that's how it
When
happened.
we were doing the episode.
Yes.
That's cool.
Okay. Well, us highlighting Dustin's entire playthrough of Ocarina of Time that you can check out on YouTube if you want is not the point of this podcast. The point is to give you a chance to convince us to play a game next week. So
Yes.
it's all yours.
All right.
Tell us what we should do.
Gentlemen, do I have a game for you? Do you want a game that is an action-adventure game with a semi-open world from 2005 on the PlayStation 2? How about a game that, in my opinion, is heavily inspired by the Legend of Zelda series, with dungeons, quests, treasures, and whimsical music? A game that has you switching between two different characters, one a knight who wields a sword, and the other a sorceress in training that wields a wand. A game designed around an IP that many would consider dead and buried in the ground, but seems to still have an active community. Gentlemen, come with me as we embark on an adventure to stop the darkest and most wickedest fairy of them all. I present to you Neopets, the Darkest Fairy.
Okay.
See you later,
That's
Caleb.
not-
Thanks for coming on the
I
show.
thought that was
Hey,
good. I love it.
You had me. Like,
Oh, yeah?
100%. I was in.
Oh, but also you have me 100% now. I'm in because I once hacked all of Neopets.
Stop being proud of
We've
that.
all heard the story. We don't care.
I'm gonna call the cops on you.
They
Wait, for real
can't.
though? That's what Neopets what?
Neopets, the darkest fairy.
Yes, it is a very honestly, I think it's a pretty good game. I think it's what inspired my love for The Legend of Zelda because I played it first before I played any Zelda games. So
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm actually
Yeah.
intrigued for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
thanks so
most.
much.
But I think most people actually come to Neopets first, and then that helps build their love for Legend of Zelda.
Didn't happen for me.
Oh,
but
you're an outlier.
Good theory.
But yeah,
Thanks for your submission.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys.
Jesse the Jet, welcome to our 7-year anniversary episode. I believe your mic is on mute, and I'm going to keep on talking until it is not. There we go.
I was gonna sing Jesse and the Jet.
We don't need that.
Hello,
Jess,
friends. Hello.
hello, friends.
How's it
Indeed, Jess,
going?
we were just saying you are a day one. You've been around since day one, correct?
Well, technically, I saw your guys' post on like the retro gaming subreddit, and I think I started listening on what was technically your third week, but I listened to like week 1, 2, 3, like all
That's
like,
day one.
the same day. So, yeah.
That counts.
Pretty much
That's
day
day
one.
one. Stop it.
Can I just say, like, guys, we've been doing this 7 years, and the 3 of our lives have changed. Everyone's life has changed. Jess's life has changed, but Jess is still consistent. Is here.
I know, it's so cool.
We're still here. Like, we're still doing this. It's mind blowing to me that we have not just one, but a few day ones. We don't have tons because I mean, you start with nothing, right?
Sure.
But like, there's 3 or 4 that are still around, and Jess is one of those, and it
cool.
brings me so much joy.
It's
to know
so
that.
good. Yeah, it's so good to have you on this episode, Jess. And we want to know the game that you want us to play.
Okay, the game I want you to play is Electroplankton for Nintendo DS.
Say it again. Electroplankton.
Electroplankton.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
Because you guys have like started to play some Nintendo DS games, like they're finally like old enough, but you haven't really like embraced like the essence of Nintendo DS. So when Nintendo
I would
DS
agree.
came out, it was like a super weird thing. People were like, "What is this weird stuff?" And then Nintendo, instead of like trying to like, alleviate people's concerns, they just leaned real hard into weird. So they put out stuff like Electroplankton, which is a music tool rather than a game, and all of your instruments are like little fishy things.
Okay, it sounds
Okay.
cute. And
very
I
cute.
love that it is part of the DS catalog that we talk about sometimes when we have DS games of like they just started making games. They stopped asking questions and just started making them, and it would be so interesting to play one of those games.
So I have my physical copy here in front of me right now, and I'm like flicking through the manual, and it has some helpful advice. And I think this is gonna like help you decide that this is a game that we need to play. So it has advice like when you're playing with Tracy, which is the electroplankton that you trace with your stylus.
Of course.
You can use
yeah.
You can use a ruler is a great way to draw perfect lines, and you can use a drawing tool like a stencil to draw nice shapes and lines.
Okay.
Doesn't that sound amazing?
We might need that guide if it gets selected.
And I got to bring out my rulers and what's that one tool
Protractor.
where it's like a pencil on one side and a knife on the other?
Protractor.
Yeah, protractor.
Is that what it's
yeah,
called?
yeah, I think so. Yeah, so just
Had
like
it locked and loaded.
I have tons of like cool stationery here on my desk, so I can make some recommendations for you. I have like rulers, I have stencils, like it's really like stationery madness in here, and that's gonna lend itself very well to playing Electroplankton this week. So
Electroplankton. Jess, thanks so much for the submission and for being a fan of the show.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
I can't wait
appreciate
to
it.
find out when we're playing Electroplankton.
Okay. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
It's Carlisle.
Hey nerds, what's up?
Oh, yeah, you're the nerd.
All week?
Hey, before you pitch your game, tell us how your Final Fantasy 14 crew is doing.
Yeah, you winning, son?
Yes, actually, we're having a good time. We're halfway through the new Savage Raid tier. It's been a blast, even for our casual chill party.
Now, did I see a picture recently with your shirt off, and specifically your character's shirt off?
Yes, everybody was complaining that my character was wearing a shirt, so I fixed it for that raid. And then we got the clear.
Nice. All right, well, now that we're clear who the nerd is, go ahead and pitch your game.
Shouldn't have said anything, Garlo.
Go ahead and pitch your game.
Okay, so quick question. Who wants to go golfing?
Me.
Okay, two of you are lying. Normally I would not bring a golf game, but obviously, if I didn't think it was fun, which is why I want you guys to play Kirby's Dream Course on the SNES.
Ooh, my goodness.
That exists?
It does. It's an isometric golf game that has kind of a puzzle element to it. The courses aren't like fixed in direction in how you approach them. Almost every one can be solved into a hole-in-one, which is really fun to figure out. It takes the Kirby thing. You get powers mid-shot that allow you to transform your ball and interact with the stages. And this is really fun, it has multiplayer, and because it's available on the Nintendo Switch Online, it's actually really easy to access the multiplayer, and I know there's a ton of people in the community who would love to play it.
Okay, true or false, this gets overshadowed by Mario Golf, which is what I thought you were going to pitch.
I absolutely think it gets overshadowed by the Mario Golf games.
Wow.
I played some golf games before, not this one, but like Golf Story for the Switch, and like some of them are good. So, and having Kirby and a puzzle element sounds interesting.
Yeah, that does sound pretty cool.
Yeah, golf, the actual game, is one of the few things I'm worse at than video games. So I'm glad, if we get it, that we're playing a video game version. So thanks for the suggestion.
No problem.
You're the best. Bye, Garlic.
Bye, Garlic. Thanks.
Super Hypered, welcome to the anniversary episode of New Game Plus. You are one of our newest director level supporters, and we want to say thanks. Tell us what the first New Game Plus episode that you listened to was.
The first one. Also, hello, thank you for having me.
Hi.
Yeah, of course.
You're welcome.
We're super hyped to talk to you.
And super hyped for your special episode that's coming up.
Yes,
both
can't
things.
wait.
So the first episode I listened to, I actually listened to the very first one.
Okay, you started at the beginning.
But I just
and made it through anyways.
Yes, I actually started about 2 months ago at the end of September. I was looking for a new podcast, so I'm at 91 episodes now, I think.
Okay.
So
nice.
You have a
you
lot
got some
to listen.
room to go.
That's
yeah,
fun.
you got a backlog waiting for you.
Did you find us on Spotify? Or just quick question.
Pandora.
Ooh,
Okay.
Pandora's
There's been people that have found us on Pandora as well.
I
yeah.
love it. I love it. All right.
Algorithms, they are good to us. Well, thanks for coming and being part of the episode. I'm going to get out of the way and give you a minute to convince us about what game we should play next week.
Okay. So this will be very quick. I'm gonna kind of let the game do the convincing for me, so I don't have to. So this game I have to pitch to you guys would be an inverse celebration of retro games, and that's because this game was released on October 10th, 2007, which is just before the 15-year mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is a game developed and published by Valve. And that game is Portal.
That's legal now?
It's legal, dude.
It's
legal.
Just turned 15.
Okay, you're right in
wow.
saying that I don't need a pitch. The game's going to speak for itself. That was a bomb you just dropped.
Yeah, you don't have to say anything. You get all three already. Portal. Guys, we've done an episode on Portal and Portal 2, but it was an Elements episode.
Ooh,
Yes,
those are
so
great. Those are great.
It would be, wow, it'd be cool to do the actual game, dude.
It's one of the best
Oh my
games
gosh.
that has ever been created.
It really is.
Easily.
Look, we're pitching.
I know.
I know. He was like, the game's going to pitch itself. And I was like, yeah, right.
It's like
That's a
Jedi
cop-out.
mind tricks,
And then you
dude.
said the game, and I was like, oh, no, you're right. It's absolutely just taking care of itself. What a game.
Oh, man.
All right. Well,
yeah, thanks so much for the suggestion. We will certainly put it in the randomizer and see if we're lucky enough to get to take a swing at it. Now that we're allowed to.
Right, exactly.
It's perfect.
Awesome. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you on your special director episode soon.
I can't wait. Thank you again, guys.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a spot.
Nice. I like that.
Welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, hello.
I have a question for you before we get to your pitch. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Springfield, Missouri, though I'm actually staying here just for the weekend. I'm from Madison, Wisconsin.
Nice. Okay.
Madison, right around the corner.
Very nice.
From one of us.
Who is it? We'll never know. Okay. We want to know the game that you want us to play, so pitch it.
All right. So, I'm going to say a few things, and I want you to just think about how they make you feel. Cloud Strife.
Okay.
Aerith Gainsborough. Sephiroth. Friendship, betrayal, redemption, and epic struggle between light and darkness. Mickey Mouse.
Right.
I knew what it is. That was a good fake out.
It's just the biggest turn. They did that. They actually did that.
It's not your pitch.
All right.
This is a game that's very special to me, and I believe it's the most important action RPG on the PS2 just before its sequel. Many people say that the story is too confusing, but I think it has a lot of hearts. Yes, again, I want you to play Kingdom Hearts.
So
Kingdom Hearts.
So, do you think Kingdom Hearts 2 is better than the first one?
Oh yeah. I think
too.
story-wise, the first one is like maybe more concise and easy to understand, but like gameplay-wise, the second one is amazing. But I feel like you need to play the first one. I mean, it's amazing by itself. It's amazing by itself, but like the second one even builds on those things.
It's very unique, for sure. And I also have fond memories of this game.
Well, thank you for your submission.
Is that your Goofy?
Was that supposed to be Goofy? Or are
See,
you just the worst person?
If you know it, then I did it well.
I'm kicking Dustin out of the channel.
That's not how it works.
All right.
Oh, that was good.
No.
All right, buy a spot. That was good.
Yeah.
Zcal, welcome to the
You
show.
guys.
Hey, we're so glad that you're here. Before you pitch your game, what is your favorite game that we've played on New Game Plus?
Oh man, that's really tough to answer. Got to be GoldenEye. I'm old school like that.
Easy.
That's a good one.
Of course. Best.
And who is your main when it comes to GoldenEye?
In multiplayer?
Yeah.
I'm not an odd job guy, if that's what you're asking me.
Oh no, because that's illegal.
It's illegal.
It's not
yeah.
illegal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Probably Trevelyan.
Ooh, Trevelyan, good.
Yeah.
I
Sean
think I've
Bean.
said it on the
Sean
show
Bean,
before,
you know,
but I always
it's.
went
I have
with,
a thing for Sean Bean. What can I say?
I do too. I love Sean Bean so much. Okay.
I always went with Arctic Commando, I think is the name, just because I liked the
It's
outfit.
too easy to see him
All
on
right.
some levels.
Oh, all right, man. You know that game back and
A
forth.
little too much.
All right,
Playing it right now.
you're not pitching that game. We played it before. What game are you pitching?
You want me to tell you? Okay.
I want you to pitch it.
All right, so let me lay it out there then. So here's something that is bound to get everybody's blood pumping. What's arcade tough, full of heavy machinery blasting each other, straightforward to learn, but near impossible to master, and contentious as all get out on NGP? Hey, I'm talking, of course, about shmup. Do you want to play another one?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. That's not this game. Let me try again. What about a type of game that's head-to-head versus character-centric and almost never played on this podcast? Hey, fighting games. You want to play one of those? Or does that just hit a little too close to the balls right now? Don't worry. This game isn't quite that either. Hey, I know. How about something that's close to that oh-so-infamous early NGP episode? You know, the game everybody's supposed to love, but I can't even. I'm talking, of course, about Star Fox 64. You want to play something that's got a bit of Star Fox feel, but it's a little less slippy? Maybe not quite this game either, all right? So let's be real. Let's be real. I think the winning formula for you guys here is going to be all of the above. Pair some shmup sensibility, fighting game formula, Star Fox flavor with a Sega pedigree, giant robots, a crazy meta narrative about what the game is and who you are as a player, and you've got a true 90s gem that's sure to either please all three of you or just make your heads explode. Gentlemen, you of course need to play Virtual On Cyber Troopers for the Sega Model 2 arcade or the Saturn console.
Say the name of the game again.
Virtual On Cyber Troopers, or some people call it Cyber Troopers Virtual On. It's really unclear as to what order that comes in.
Okay.
And it was in arcades?
It was in the arcades.
I wonder if I played this
in a
on the
really,
arcade
really
before.
awesome way.
And it's really
Dude,
all
it
those things.
sounds amazing.
No, it doesn't. It sounds like
I mean,
It
it's like when
absolutely
you get a
does.
cup at McDonald's and get a little of all those
And
drinks.
get a yeah,
And
get
it's
a little
black.
bit
And
of
I
everything.
did that and loved it.
Okay, so the mecha fighter kind of thing.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit of all of that.
A little bit.
Sounds
Look,
like
he's
an
like, you'll see.
existential crisis waiting
Right.
to happen, and I'm
Yeah, I mean,
for it.
he also said like it's gonna tell you a little bit about yourself.
yourself.
I don't need to do introspection.
I'm good for a journey of discovery.
I figured this might be a
multiplayer fighter style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you so much for your support. Thanks for listening to the show, and thank you for your submission of Virtual on Cybertroopers.
Got it.
Thanks, Ecal.
All right, everybody.
Yum.
Welcome, Tasty, to the anniversary episode. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here.
You have a good
Of
radio
course.
voice.
Well, thank you.
Whoa.
We should bring you on the show.
Yeah,
sometime.
we should have a director episode.
Hey, you know what?
That features that sultry tone.
In a couple weeks, I think I have a day off.
Interesting.
Perfect. Let's make it happen.
I think so.
Let's set something.
I
up.
agree.
In the
Let's,
meantime,
Dustin, no.
In the meantime, we'll talk.
You ain't got the
I like
gene.
that too.
But before we let you pitch, though, tell us where are you calling in from?
I am calling in from the mediocre state of Ohio.
Wait, so
Okay.
it really is mediocre. Everybody jokes about that.
It is. It truly is. We don't have
That's
much to
fine.
offer. We have lots of corn. Oh, we know hell is real. We have Big Butter Jesus. We have a building that looks like a basket, and we have Grandpa's Cheese Barn. Only here
He's pitching
in Ohio.
Okay, I
Next
give it
week
3
on New Game
That's it.
Plus. We're playing Ohio.
Adding it to the
Ohio.
randomizer.
No. I love it. Tell us. Yeah, I'll just shut up. You pitch your game. What do you want us to play?
Okay, so I do have a couple questions real quick. Do you enjoy fighting aliens?
Generally.
Do you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
you
yeah.
enjoy using magic?
Always.
Yes, definitely.
Always.
I like
Perfect,
that.
perfect. Would you enjoy a story about finding pieces of a lost treasure map of which could lead you to unknown riches?
Too much work, honestly, on that one.
Yeah, no, I'm for it.
Good.
If
I
it's
want
close.
the riches.
Now, do you enjoy the idea of dressing up as a clown, representing the world's largest fast food chain?
This is not a McDonald's game. I'll just
Less
tell you that
so.
much.
Less
Do
so.
you enjoy a product placement game of which has no business being as good as it is?
It's not good.
I love a Big Mac. I'll tell you that.
Okay, a little twist.
Oh, trust me, you will enjoy McDonald's Treasureland Adventure for the Sega Genesis.
Nolan, no.
No, I know who developed this. Continue your pitch.
That's all I had.
Okay. I
is
can make
the
your
pitch.
pitch
That's
better, but I
perfect.
won't. I'll leave it for when that game is selected. But
When it's selected.
it will get eventually it'll get selected.
So optimistic.
Okay. We'll put wait, what's it called? Even McDonald's what?
McDonald's Treasureland Adventure. It's for the Sega Genesis.
Treasureland.
Okay.
It is.
Before we
Treasureland
let
Adventure.
It is a game that I actually played a lot as a kid. One that I owned. I don't even know how, don't even know when, don't even know why. But as far as product placement games go, such as Noid, Chex Mix, and all the others, I believe this one is actually top tier in whatever
Yeah.
genre that might be.
No, yeah, it's supposed to be the Cadillac of product placement games. Like people
Oh my
really
gosh.
like this game.
Mhm.
So it's a good submission.
Before we let you go, let's all go around. When's the last time you've had McDonald's? Nolan? Generally speaking.
5 years.
Kenny?
6 to 9 months.
Dustin? 3-4 years. I really
I
have
miss
no
it though.
idea.
I'm not gonna lie. I love McDonald's.
Yogurt?
I would have to say probably about 15 years. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, the product placement couldn't have worked that
Good for
well
you.
then.
It did not. It did not.
Hey, thanks for your submission.
Absolutely. Thank you
Yeah,
for having me.
Cronkalad, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey.
Good, thanks. How are you guys?
Okay, we're great.
Great.
Favorite all-time episode of NGP?
Probably have to be Lego Island because it was the first one I ever listened to.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I remember it fondly.
Hmm.
Okay, pitch us a game.
So for me, I think the game you guys should play is Ratchet and Clank 3 Up Your Arsenal, which is just the best title.
That is eligible?
Yep, it's 15 years old.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well,
The third
it's
one. I
older
played
than
the
15
first
actually.
one?
Yeah.
Okay. Why should we play the third one?
Well, it's really special to me because it was the first game I ever played that wasn't like a licensed game based on a film or something. And
Yeah.
it really showed me that games can have fun characters and entertaining stories, not just movies and stuff. And it just blew my mind, really. And it's a game that really made me fall in love with video games. And I just kind of want to share that with you guys.
Love it.
Love that.
And yeah, like there was that whole decade of where like so many games were just based on existing media. So original characters is something big for sure.
Yeah.
And this is a good one. We like you said, guys, we played the first one on this podcast, and that was my first time playing Ratchet and Clank, and I remember loving it.
great.
And so I bet
Isn't Up Your Arsenal supposed to be the best one?
Oh.
Yeah, it's considered to be pretty much the peak of the whole series, really.
Yeah. And if you like the first one, you'd love this one, Dustin. So
Okay.
Thanks
I
for
was
the
going to say this isn't a sequel; it's a trequel, and so we'll have to see if it works with Kenny's whole setup. But
True.
Be looking forward to playing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chronicle Lab.
No problem. See ya.
It's the mean, green, big, fire-breathing dragon Bowser. Welcome to the show.
What is up, guys?
Hey, we're so glad you're here. We're excited for your upcoming movie. DH Bowser, can you tell us what was your very first episode of New Game Plus to listen to?
Okay, so I started the week of Pickle Wars, and I'm like, what is this stuff? But I had actually found you through Metroid because I was searching the game on the internet. And I'm like, okay, this showed up first.
I was worried you were searching Pickle Wars
No.
at
Pickles,
first.
or
Okay.
So
he was searching Pickle Podcast.
Pickle Podcast for sure. Dill pickle all the way.
I agree.
Hey, we're so glad you're here. Take a few moments and pitch your game to us.
Okay, so this is the first game I played as an adult where I could not put it down. My ex-wife would go to bed and I would be up for hours just playing through this. And I had to grab a guide because it was so difficult, and it was my first RPG ever. Super Paper Mario RPG.
Wow.
Yeah.
On the Wii?
On the Wii. It is 2006.
Okay, I get them confused.
And this is RPG, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Paper Mario is considered RPG. And
Yeah.
it's my first ever I played, and I've gone and I bought every single one of the Paper Marios so I could play through them all.
Wow. Nice. I actually haven't played this one.
Ooh,
I've
Nolan.
played the 1,000-Year Door. I've played the N64 one. So
Okay.
it would be interesting to play that one for
Yeah.
sure.
If you don't know, I am a retro collector with over 1,400 retro games. And
nice.
I will eventually be sending you some consoles so you can play on the actual hardware.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
What?
You just made our day and cheated. That's like bringing an apple to the teacher, but it worked.
worked.
Right.
I don't care.
Especially
That is
like
so-
the handheld DS, so you can actually play on the console. Because that has been so hard to emulate. I have 10 Wiis. I'm going to send one to each of you if you don't have them. But I've already sent Dustin an email about this, so.
Wow. How long have
Did
you
I
been
respond?
collecting?
You did. I've been collecting for 2 years. When COVID first started coming out, I got my check from the government, and I bought a Nintendo Switch. For $200 with like 10 games. It was like a steal. So I sold the Switch for like $250 around Christmas time. Kept the games, and then I started flipping ever since and collecting through that for free.
So cool.
That's
what a great
so
hobby.
cool.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
I wish I was inspired enough to do the same. That's very cool.
Yeah, people are doing it all over YouTube, but I started on TikTok and now have like 180,000 followers. So.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow you.
Yeah.
Is your name DH Bowser on there?
Bowser.
Yeah.
Just search Bowser with a Z and you'll find me.
I'm finding you, brother. I've probably
Look
seen
him
you.
up.
I've probably seen you on my feed.
Yeah, well, you've seen him, and then we follow him on NGP as well. So awesome! Thank you for your pitch. Thank you for sending us these consoles, and we love you.
Sorry that I cheated, but not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Bye.
Barry, welcome to the anniversary episode of NGP. Thanks for joining us. Will you tell us what your favorite NGP episode is?
Okay, so I think an underrated episode is the Ladybug episode that is the arcade game.
It's an arcade.
The Pac-Man clone.
The one that kind of like we were like, whoa, right? Didn't we like it?
Yeah, I think Nolan said no, but
okay,
you
screw him.
And Kenny said yes. And I think it's super good because it's a little bit of a surprise because of how good it was. And
we love surprises.
A funny episode.
I'm gonna have to go re-listen.
That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a re-listen to that one.
Kenny, you're not gonna do that.
Okay, Kenny. Okay,
thanks
Kenny.
Okay, call me out like I'm a liar.
You're not.
Sometimes I'm a liar who lies. However, you're not going to lie to us about what game you want us to play next week, which is...
I would like to suggest Mother 3, released, I believe, in 2003 on the Game Boy Advance.
3.
Was it on the GBA?
All right.
Whoa.
Tell us why.
I think you guys have already played Earthbound, and I think that Mother 3 is a really good sequel because it takes enough from Earthbound, but it makes itself different enough because it's not as weird. It's not as just kind of like goofy and freaky. It's kind of like more serious, even though like the Mother 2/Earthbound is in a sense just really goofy but dark. This one's kind of serious, not as goofy, and pretty dark right off the bat, which is, conflicting with the cartoony art style of the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Clashing.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. This never made it to the States, right? This is Japan only?
This is Japan only.
Okay, that's why
So we
I
have
was
to learn
like, it
some
was on
Japanese.
GBA? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure there's fan translations.
Nope. Learn Japanese.
Just learn Japanese. Perfect.
One more
Well,
thing.
thanks for your suggestion. We'll certainly throw it in the randomizer and see what gets spit out. But we appreciate you coming on.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Joe
SNES
is life. Joe, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
So happy to have you on. Tell us when you started listening to NGP. Do you remember the first episode?
It was one of your first. I think it was like Mega Man 2.
Oh, early.
Yeah.
Early.
Like,
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Hold on, have you been around since then?
In the Discord, no, but I've been listening since then.
Oh, wow.
That counts.
Okay.
I did not know that you were a legacy member.
We got a lifer, folks.
You need to enjoy the legacy perks that we have around here. We don't. Okay, pitch your game. Let's hear it.
All right.
Is it on SNES?
You guys know who Steven Spielberg is, yeah?
I've heard
of
him.
One would assume. So anyway, he hit it like just one out of the park after the other, right? Jaws, Close Encounters, Raiders, Temple of Doom, E.T. And then he started a show on TV called Amazing Stories. I don't know if any of you are familiar with that.
I'm not, actually.
All right, so basically he took all these kind of short form movie scripts and they would make like hour-long TV shows out of them. And so they were all really interesting, and a bunch of them won like Emmy Awards and stuff. It only lasted 2 seasons.
Okay.
One of the scripts he got was called The Dig. And he looked at it, it was a sci-fi thing, and he was like, this is awesome. I can't do this as a TV show. It's too big. There's too much to it. So he gave it to George Lucas, because Lucas is like Star Wars, right? Everyone's like, you can do sci-fi. And he looked at it and he's like, this is great. I can't produce this movie. And so he takes it and gives it to Lucas Arts and says, make a game out of this. And they did. They made it.
Okay.
They made a game. It was for PC in 1995. It's about a bunch of astronauts that end up on an alien world and they're trying to get home. I love your face because it's bar none my favorite point and click adventure ever.
Oh, it's point and click.
Interesting.
I love the history there. That's crazy.
At the time it came out, man, the graphics were just mind-blowing. The atmosphere, like most point and click games, especially LucasArts, were all like very funny, right? So like Grim Fandango, Full Throttle, that stuff.
Yeah.
And this one was a much more serious toned game. So it didn't do as well because everyone went into it expecting that same kind of humor, and it wasn't humorous. I mean, there was funny parts in it, but it was a much more serious sci-fi themed game, which made it kind of stand out as unique in their gameography.
What was the name of it?
The Dig.
The Dig. This sounds interesting, and it sounded familiar. And the reason why, because my favorite book of all time is called Ender's Game, and the author of that is Orson Scott Card, who I believe has writing credit for this game. So I don't know the connection there. I've just known of the name of the game, The Dig, so it will be interesting.
Here's what I know and why I had funny faces. I owned this game years ago.
It's an game.
Like as a young gamer on PC. I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering the right one. Tried to play it, and it was too much for me. But like I was like a little Nino at the time. And so I'm actually really excited to go back to like classic PC and try and see if this one redeems
It's
itself.
so good. And also they've updated it. It's on Steam. It's like $5, so compatibility isn't an issue.
Awesome.
Yeah, I go back. I play it once a year. It's so good.
It's one of those for you that's like staple.
It really is.
diet.
Like it was formative in me. I think I was 14 when it came out, and we had just gotten our first computer. And my mom was like, "You can pick one game," and I was like, "I'll pick this." And so it really just stuck with me.
Well, thanks for the pitch, Joe. That was great.
All right, thank you guys. I appreciate you, and thanks for the show.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
we
you.
love it.
It's Cecil. Welcome to the show.
My pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, we're glad you're
Our
here. It's not the first time you've been with us before, and it's not the last time, because I can tell the future. Last year, did you join us for this episode last year, our anniversary episode?
I think I was around a little bit before that, but I think that was like the first time I ever like actually put my hand up for something.
Right. But did you submit a game?
No,
for
I did
that
not.
Episode.
I was just here for it.
Okay, you did.
Cool.
Got you. I know you played many games with us on the show. Out of the games that you played, out of the games that we played, out of the episodes that you've listened to, what one game in our catalog was your favorite?
I mean, it's kind of cheating because it was always my favorite game, even before coming to this podcast. But Heroes of Might and Magic 3.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
So good. I
Speaking
want to go
to
back
Kenny.
and play it now, just because you said the title.
Well, that's not what you're pitching. You are pitching a game that is a different game. What game is that?
Diametrically opposed. Like, are y'all familiar with tokusatsu as a genre?
Nope.
Okay,
No,
so
I speak English.
how about I give you the English version? Power Rangers.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, that's yes.
Okay, so this game is a 2003 GameCube game, Beautiful Joe. It's a spectacle fighter like Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, but more in the style of a 2D brawler like Streets of Rage. It's campy, it's silly, just like Devil May Cry. It ramps up the silliness with its Power Rangers theme and its Medal of films to the point where the special bar is literally called VFX.
That's great.
Yeah, it's
I love
got
it.
style, it's got a banging soundtrack, it's just a goofy delight all around.
I remember when this came out because the graphics were so eye-catching and different.
Yes, the cell shading.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of this is speaking to me. I've never played the game before. I'm familiar with it. I think the name alone is an eye catcher. Beautiful Joe. It's like, what is that even?
What is that?
I think the whole game is a question of like, what is it even, right?
Yeah, you just have to jump
It's
in.
just out
probably.
there. Very cool. Well, thank you so much for listening to the show. Thanks for being a part of our community for all these years, I believe. And thank you for submitting Beautiful Joe.
Boot Duke,
Nice
welcome
name.
to a 7-year celebration.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you for getting my name right. No one's ever gotten it right before on the first try.
I'm good at everything on the first try.
Well,
Tell us where you're calling in from today.
I'm calling in from Yosemite, California.
Oh, nice.
Yosemite Sam.
Mhm.
From the West Coast. Well, we're going to shut up and let you not shut up and tell us what game you want us to play this week.
All right, I thought long and hard about this one, and as I was going through all the episodes, I was thinking we need a redemption, and I submitted and wanted to bring up Oddworld: Abe's Exodus.
Okay.
Is that a sequel or a prequel?
All right.
That is a sequel. That is a sequel to the Oddworld: Abe's Odyssey, and that was the episode where it should have won if Dustin was there. So
I know.
Wait, why wasn't
Wait,
I there?
no.
I played the game.
Yeah, what? Oh, yeah, that was a weird one where, like... Wait, what happened that week?
Yeah, it was crazy. And Dustin came back in the
Oddworld
next
Abe's
episode and was like, it
Powerless.
won, but
Yeah.
No. I think Kenny wasn't there.
maybe.
I'm looking at the Retro Master list. Kenny did not give it a vote.
And then we
So-
had to have unanimous, and I said no.
Oh, that's what happened.
They were one of each. Dustin
I
liked
said
it,
yes.
Nolan didn't.
Nolan said no, and Kenny wasn't there.
And if I had been there, I probably would have said yes based on what I had played. Okay.
I know I'm alone in that opinion. I know it's very beloved. What's so special about the second one?
So the special one about the second one is that everything that you hated, Nolan, about the game, they improved on. They made the story 10 times more comedic, 10 times more better. They everything flowed so much better. The running mechanics, the grabbing mechanics, the puzzle platform mechanics, and it actually makes you want to feel like you're wanting to save all of the Mudokons in the game. And it just becomes so much better, and it's actually funny because it's not even part of the quintology that they planned for. It's actually the second part. It's like an expansion of the game, and everything that you hated, like when you died and you just reset everything. There's this quick save feature, kind of like a
save state,
like a save state, but built into the game. So you can, if you get a little bit closer, you can quick save it. And then you can, if you die or you mess up, you can just reload that quick save, and it's like an instant reset, and it's super awesome. And I actually played this one before I played the original one, and it made me hate the original one because the Exodus is so much better than
Just because it's so much better.
Yeah,
You've got me interested.
Awesome.
Yeah, and
Successful pitch.
Yeah, you go to different areas and different things, and it actually, if you've noticed in the original one, it kind of like reflects and shows you like this is what's coming and was the next one. And in this one, you see the next game coming out. It's like this is coming soon, and you're like, oh wow, this gives you so much. So
Well,
that's great.
Cannot wait to rescue all the Hadoukens.
Close.
Nailed it.
Bye,
Thank you,
Boo.
Boo.
Oh, of course, thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome.
Thanks. Dino Zord 5000. 5K? Can I call you Mr. 5K?
You can call me that if you want, yeah. How's it going?
Okay. It's going well. How are you? I want to know, when did you join the Discord community? How long have you been hanging around?
I think it's maybe been like a year and a half, maybe? Something like that.
Cool.
Because I missed out in the last one of these. So it must be over a year.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. We did this last year, so cool. Okay. We want to know the game that you were going to be pitching for episode 351.
So, okay, right. It actually pains me to say that this is a retro game. It's going to be like, if this gets picked, it's the most recent game you guys are going to be playing. It's 2007 first-person shooter, the third in the series, of which there are 6 games.
Okay.
Developed by Bungie.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Halo 3.
There's no way Halo 3 is 15 years old.
That is
Why are
weird.
ancient?
You guys are going to have to finish the fight.
Wait. Kenny, we were in college together when this came out, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Why 3 over 2? That's my question.
I've always preferred 3 to 2. I don't know why. It was the first one that I actually got because I never had an original Xbox. I started with the 360, and I went back and played them. But the third one has always stuck out to me. It's like one of my favorite games of all time, and it reminds me of being in high school.
Sandbox mode.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember the tweaks they made to 3 that made me dislike it. Was it that did the shotgun become the like most powerful thing that you can shoot from far away, or did it become less powerful than the second one? I know the shotgun and then the energy sword were 2 major changes that I didn't.
I think it was pretty OP, but they also had the mini shotguns. They were called the Maulers.
Yeah.
And if you had 2 of those,
yeah,
you were pretty OP.
I kind of like 3 the best too. I'm always been afraid to say that. Yeah.
3 is really good.
Oh, that's right.
2 will always have a special place in my heart, but they did a great job with the third one. Loved the campaign, did a decent amount of multiplayer, and it would be so fun to revisit. And I can't believe it's even eligible. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it was like a month ago. It became 15 years, and I was like, oh no. I can't believe that. I'm old.
My life is flashing. Yeah.
Well, great submission.
I remember.
Yeah. Thanks, Dinosaur.
Peace out.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Mr. 5K, bye. Is this the one, the only radical Rachel?
Hello.
We are
Hello.
so glad that you are joining us for episode 300. Rachel, you've been around for a while. Do you recall what brought you into the NGP community in the first place?
I don't recall why I first joined, but I remember why I joined again, and that was because I was mad about the hottest characters in Final Fantasy list.
Wait, who did that?
I love
when
did
I
that,
first
Dustin?
left and came back, that's why I came back, is because Vincent Valentine wasn't high enough on the list.
Oh, Vincent it should be up there. So I don't know whose list this is, but Vincent would definitely be in my top 3.
Yeah. All right, so
is Vincent your number 1?
Good question. I can't choose.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for submitting Vincent Valentine for our... No, I'm just kidding. All right. Go ahead. Take a moment. Pitch your game that you'd like us to play for episode 351.
So I chose the remake of Mado Monogatari for Sega Genesis. 1, because it's the only version with a translation. 2, because it's my personal favorite. It is about you are a very young child who cheats on a test via throwing a pencil, and you get 100%. And because of that, you get sent to the Magic Demon Tower because you were so smart. And you play through a 100,
Okay.
and you play through a multiple level dungeon crawler because because you just cheated on a test.
Whoa.
Sounds
Dungeon
like it's
crawler
very rich
sounds great
in
to me.
story.
Wait,
yeah,
It's
dungeon crawler.
It is very funny. It is very fun.
It's on Genesis?
Yes, it is.
Interesting.
The original versions were turn-based, but this one you do moves like fighting game combos almost.
And was this released in or worldwide, or it was retranslated since then, or translated?
It was translated since then. It was not.
Okay, got you. Okay,
Cool.
well, Mado Monogatari.
Yeah, did you get that?
Nailed it.
Dustin?
I know Japanese.
Oh,
Japanese.
okay. It's definitely Japanese, yes.
But yeah,
Okay.
Mado Monogatari on Sega Genesis.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank
Alright.
you, Rachel,
Appreciate
for your
the pitch.
submission.
Congrats on 99%.
Thank you. I couldn't beat that final ship boss, and I got mad, so I just stopped playing it after 100 hours.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
GG's.
Bye.
Bye, Rachel.
Bye.
Shane, welcome to New Game Plus
Welcome.
anniversary episode a dish. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great. Before we get started, let us know, where are you calling in from today?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Wonderful.
North Carolina, come on and raise up.
That is above
That
South
is there.
Carolina. I'm going to quit talking because I should. Tell us instead what game you would like to see us play next week on the show.
The game I'm pitching is Paper Mario. It's always been one of my favorite series. It's definitely been a more complicated series with ups and downs, but the first 3 are some of my favorite games. And it has some fun characters. The partners are really interesting. Has some nice platforming mixed into it, and some simpler RPG mechanics. And the second game's probably my favorite, but it's always nice to start from the beginning, I feel like.
So you're pitching the N64 original.
Yep.
Got it. Is the
Now-
second 1,000 Year Door?
Yep.
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, boys, but we did have someone else pitch Paper Mario as well. So this is the only, right?
For the Wii, though. It's the
Oh.
different Paper Mario, but it's in the same series.
Super Paper Mario. Yeah, that's a good game too.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, it's a different game.
Yeah, it's on the Wii, the third one, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's mostly a platformer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 Paper Marios submitted, but they're different Paper
Correct.
Marios.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I have fond
Okay.
memories on the N64 one, so good choice.
Thanks, Shane, for your submission.
Appreciate it.
Indar, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks. Good to talk to you guys.
Great to Yeah, it's great to have you on. We're excited to hear your pitch. But first, we're curious about your favorite game that you played with NGP. So something we played on the podcast.
Man, probably like Crash Team Racing, I would have to say.
CTR.
Crash
Love it.
Team, baby. That was a fun week for sure.
Who's your main?
Yeah, who's your main?
Probably Tiny. He's just fast.
Just Polar?
No, Polar's too slow.
But cute.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Get some cute points there. Okay, Endar, you have the floor. Pitch us a game.
All right, I'm going to say Gears of War for the Xbox 360.
That's eligible too.
And it has
We've had a lot.
It's got a PC port, so it should be, if you just want to play that version, that works too. So, my pitch is that it has everything you kind of want. It's a good solo game, great co-op game, has multiplayer versus, it's got great characters, story, anything you really want from an action game. So,
okay.
Hey,
Now-
I've never played Gears of War. It's a series, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
A really successful franchise.
Yeah, there's like
And
4 or 5. I don't
Yep.
remember.
And that was the first one, and it did big. Like it.
Oh yeah.
Kicked them off.
It did big.
It did big. You can quote me on that.
Indeed.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you so much for your submission.
Yeah, appreciate it, Endar.
Thanks.
Hey,
You want to play some Among Us?
You wanna play some Among Us?
Oh my god.
We just wanted to say hi. We know you're not.
In here, hi.
We miss you.
I
We just wanted to pull you in and say hi.
Hi.
Hope you're doing well.
Oh, thanks. You too. Happy
We do need-
anniversary.
Thank you.
you.
Appreciate
it.
We do need to plan another game night though. That was fun.
Yeah, we
And
do.
we haven't done one
Only
in a
if you'll
while.
be there
one
though.
sometime.
Oh, of course
Yeah.
I'll be there.
All right.
All right.
Have a good rest of your day.
Oh,
Bye,
thank
Mochi.
you. You too. Bye.
Thank you once again for all of you calling in. That was so much fun. Always is to talk to our community.
Such a blast.
It's gonna be hard to ever not do that. It's so fun.
We don't do many things like consecutively
Right.
back to back. We kind of try to come up with some new ideas and be crazy. But this year when we were planning 7-year anniversary, we were like, let's talk to our friends again.
It worked so well.
Yeah.
We're like, just rinse and repeat. Let's do it.
Yeah, it was so good. And we know some of you weren't able to connect with us live today, but you called in advance. So we had, almost 10 of you probably that had called into our Google Voice number, left a message. Shauna was one of those,
A lot
and
of
others.
fun ones in there, yeah.
And so we made sure to include those into the randomizer. And then we also received a couple of emails as well. So don't worry, all of those
All
are in
your
here.
suggestions are in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
They're
yes.
accounted for.
Now, for the first game that we are going to be playing for our new season, year 8
Yeah.
8th year. Yeah.
of New Game Plus.
This determines if the year's cursed or not.
We are
Yeah,
randomizing
this is our groundhog.
Yeah.
now. For our first game of the new year, we are going to be playing a Capcom developed and published title.
Mm-hmm.
It came out in
Alright.
2003 for the GameCube and the PlayStation 2.
Okay.
It is a side-scrolling beat-em-up.
I'm trying to go through all the
No
games
guess.
that people just suggested and remember who suggested what and
Will
when.
this help?
I'm not putting 2 and 2 together.
It features 2D platform side-scrolling intermixed with 3D cel-shaded graphics.
I know which one.
Okay.
It was submitted by Cecil. The game that we are playing at the start of this brand new year is Beautiful Joe.
Joe.
No, not together.
In unison. I'll go this
because
time
I
too.
remembered.
It is
Beautiful Joe. Kenny.
I
Okay.
missed the whole memo on doing it all together.
I missed-
It
We did it
is-
together the first time.
It is
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
What is
Joe.
going on?
I missed the fact that it was Capcom in the pitch. So that's why I was confused.
I don't know if it was mentioned in the pitch.
It probably wasn't. So, okay, I've never played the game. I saw it a lot when it came out as a kid and was like, no. So, I don't know if my opinion has changed, but we'll see.
Well, super excited. Thank you, Cecil, for pitching Beautiful Joe. Thank you for everyone once again for pitching your game. Hopefully it'll be pulled at some time. I mean, it will, logically speaking, eventually,
Yeah.
maybe 10 years from now. But Beautiful Joe for episode 351. Find a copy, play it along with us. Before we go, want to give you a few glimpses into what's coming around the bend.
A peek.
Pike.
A little glance into the future.
Ooh, we're going to soothsayer you. And by doing so, we're going to share two pretty big, exciting pieces of information that you might want to be a part of.
The first one.
Okay, you're beating around the bush. I'm not going to anymore. We got new merch.
You didn't beat. You went straight to it.
Straight for the jugular. We got a brand new shirt dropping in honor of the new year, new season, the old us being over. I don't care. Justify it how you want. It's a new shirt.
It's not just any shirt, though. This is a big one for us. We've had merch. You've maybe seen it. You visited our store, and you may have even purchased a shirt. But this is a first time ever in-house design that we commissioned that is purely NGP. No Nintendo lawsuits going for this shirt. We're not going to get any takedown notices. We commissioned a community member, Epic Dom, who's an artist. She's been around for a while. She's a moderator. Many of you know her. And we love her artwork, and she commissioned the coolest Easter egg-filled design that you'll get to purchase.
Yeah, we are incredibly excited to share this with you. However, it is going to be a limited run.
Get yours.
Yeah, so when this episode goes live, so will this t-shirt design go live on our TeePublic store, teepublic.com/user/NGP podcast, or you could just go to our NGP podcast website and find the link there. We are only selling 50 of these shirts. We might bring this back a few months from now, but for now, we are going to do a limited release, want to just do a test run.
A drop.
And so if you want one of these shirts, one of these 50, then
get on it.
There's a lot of NGP Easter eggs, call outs and shout outs and callbacks to all past episodes and games. Oh, cannot wait. So that's one big piece of information. And we've got another for all of you patroners.
And there's a lot of you.
We have made a few updates to our Patreon page, and we've left most support levels the same because they're good.
We're happy with them.
Don't fix a broken cart horse in the mouth. All right. And so, but we did change, we did update our director tier. Director's tier, we never thought when we created this that anyone would do this, and we have found that multiple people have done this, and not only that, multiple people have decided to remain at that level after their special one-off episode.
Which is insane, and there should be
cool.
a reason for that, or there should be a reward for that.
We didn't want you to just do a one-off and leave the tier. If you wanted to stay, we want there to be perks for that, and so we have created the Director's Court.
The Director's
Dun, dun, dun.
That does, yeah.
And what that means is that we're still working through a few of the fine details, but 1 or 2 times a year, you directors will be able to represent your community and bring back before the 3 of us a game that we have not done justice to in the past. And you will defend that game, make a defense of it. Rather, I would assume the majority of the time you're trying to get us to change our no vote to a yes. But if there is the rare chance you hate a game and don't want us to love it,
don't like this
votes
game.
That didn't deserve it,
and bring
be fair
it
too.
From yes to a no. This is your opportunity, and so you will represent our community. You'll come forward and say, "Hey, Mega Man 3." Is that the one that they always complain about?
That's probably going to be a contender, yeah.
I'm going to become a director and bring Civ 2 up again myself.
That's never going to happen.
No.
We're really excited to launch this for our directors, and it's going to be a fun thing. I can't wait for the first one.
Yep.
But we
That's
also...
not the only thing we've changed, though.
Right. We updated and added 3 brand new goals for our patronage.
They're big ones.
Yeah. We've got 3. The first, by the way, the last one was the 3 of us getting together and recording content. We did that earlier this year, and it was spectacular.
We did that.
Done and done.
Now, we've got 3 new ones for you. This first one that's really close to where we currently are is a retro game store shopping spree.
Where we will set a limit, so we'll have like $100. We haven't decided yet, and we will each go into a retro game store and curate a set amount of games within $100, and then you all will get to vote on who made the best selections. So it allows us to interact with the local retro gaming community as well, which is something we haven't really done yet, and it's super cool.
Yeah. And then our next goal is NGP Live. We've done similar things before, but we're going to do a live streamed episode where you can interact with us live on the episode via chat in our live stream. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Also so fun. Looking forward to that. But the one I'm most excited for,
we're all most excited for.
Yeah, I know, is the stretchiest stretch goal we have. And it's going to be a lot of fun because we are committing to do a cosplay episode.
Fully cosplay.
You heard that right. And we're not skimping out on this one. We're going all the way. Kenny is going to...
I mean,
they might be
you might go skimpy.
Wood nails. Yeah. Okay, this will be your opportunity to let me dress up. I mean, make me dress up like Tifa from Final Fantasy VII.
You keep bringing that up enough?
Yeah, don't be part of his fantasy, guys.
I feel like you want this.
Should I just do that on my own?
You should. You should start your own YouTube channel.
We're going all out, and we're going to either construct, build, or pay for these really good cosplay. Make. Kenny's going to bring out, again, the wood, the screws, the chisels. And so you will be able to pick and vote on what we should be for that special episode.
It's such a good goal, but I'm scared.
Cannot wait for what Kenny's is going to be.
Did we say we're not choosing the outfit?
We said
you're picking
who we're cosplaying as.
Yes.
You are.
Yes. So those are a few exciting things we have right around the corner, right around the bend. If you want more information about Patreon, ngppodcast.com really will get you there, but patreon.com/ngppodcast. All of our stuff can be found at ngppodcast.com. Come and be a part of year 8 of New Game Plus.
You heard from a lot of our community members today, and that's because they get to hang out with us in Discord. We have a place that's easy for you to join the community if you want to get in on this. Should we do it again next year, which we probably will, we want you to be a part, but don't wait that long. You can join now. It's free, and all you have to do is go to discord.gg/newgameplus.
Yeah, there's a lot of terrible places to be on the internet, and this is not one of those, and we're proud of that. So don't only become part of our Discord community, but help us reach our new stretch goals by becoming a supporter at patreon.com, like our growing list of producers, including Adam, Alex, Marley, Antonin, Ben, Brunt, Dan, DH Bowser, Francesca, Gimbin, Jared, Joey, Jordan, J. Robert, Justin, Clint, Nicknack, Corey, Lawe, 86, Maxima, Mr. Latte, Sajan, Shauna, Subsonic Demus, Thomas, Unbedavable, William, and Zion.
Wow.
Thanks for your support. Big thank you to our newest patron, Nintendoosh. Great name. Appreciate your support. And
thanks.
Want to say a shout out to our 6 wonderful director level supporters, including Bro Jim, Garlisle, Shane, Tasty Yogurt, Super Hypered.
That's only 5.
Oh yeah, that's because we got a new director.
Big.
I said 6, and I wasn't lying. Daniel, our newest director, has jumped on board just this week as a way of saying, hey, great 7 years. And so we're so looking forward to getting to play a game along with Daniel, and look forward to bringing you guys some good content from his brain.
You can find us on our social media. That's Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, YouTube, and all of those links are in the show notes. Listen directly on any podcast provider of your choice. Make sure you subscribe so that you are the first to get new NGP episodes. And while you're at it, please leave a kind rating and review. Our video episode was edited by our friend Dylan. Our audio episode was edited and produced by our friend Dan Willett. Our special outro for this episode was created by Mr. Lattes. Lattes, yeah. Join us next week as we play Beautiful Joe. Until then, I'm still Dustin.
I'm going on 7 years and ready for 7 more.
Nolan.
And this has been New Game Plus.